Don't play with my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion, you started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Los Angeles Chargers
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, probably that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here we go. Here we go. 2nd and 9 now.
And he rifles one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw again. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now a throw here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. It's Eckler again. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the 50, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game?
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught. It's Williams.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return for just...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The first down pass. Complete to number 15. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Close, 10. Check, pitch. Ready.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head in the other direction.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. Drill 52. 10 cycles.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready, set.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Smash, red.
Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 36, Herbert. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Chandler Jones charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Come on, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait.
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Man open left side, it's Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 34, Raiders 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A CD they certainly... Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 43. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Justin Herbert.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Chargers just continue to roll.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
41, Raiders 9.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. 2nd down and inches. Steps away to his left. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
Ready. Trouble, 38. White. Black Ultra. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him the 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now in Raider territory.
The handoff, it's Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Hook up of 15 yards there, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Here we go, set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack now with his second sack here on opening night. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's now third down and 8.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's complete to Adams. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Raiders 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Charge.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking.